U.S., Vietnam, and Philippines signed deal on South China Sea security. Vietnam and the Philippines on Tuesday signed a maritime cooperation agreement to help better manage conflicts amid the threat of China's expansionism in the South China Sea. The two countries, which have overlapping maritime claims in the sea, inked the pact on the second day of Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s state visit to Vietnam. Vietnam remains the sole strategic partner of the Philippines in the ASEAN region, and I am hopeful that this meeting will provide fresh opportunities to reinforce our bilateral relations with the aim of fostering peace and prosperity between our two countries and in the region, Marcos said in his opening remarks at a bilateral meeting. As we continue to face new challenges, we are also presented with a vast number of opportunities for cooperation, he added. The deal will allow the Southeast Asian countries to better manage conflicts in the disputed waters. The Philippine Foreign Ministry said the pact is about capacity building since it spans both countries' coast guards. Vietnam is paying attention to the Philippines' more assertive maritime stance on China, especially as Manila is a military ally of the U.S., said Nguyen Hung Son, vice president of the Diplomatic Academy of Vietnam. How can we afford not to be watching? He said at a Center for Strategic and International Studies forum last week. Vietnam certainly is watching carefully. We are certainly drawing lessons from it, and we are also exploring more opportunities to collaborate with and among the ASEAN member states. Analysts describe the Coast Guard deal as a way for the smaller countries to come together over a common concern about their biggest neighbor. The deal is a move that is seen to build a united front between countries locked in territorial disputes with Beijing over the South China Sea. Huang Lethu, Asia Deputy Director at the nonprofit Crisis Group, wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Julio Amador, CEO of Amador Research Services in the Philippines, noted the cooperation agreement was an effect of China's aggressive actions that compelled the two countries to work closer together. The fact that the two countries were able to firm up a memorandum of understanding under the radar shows the level of urgency and concern that the two countries feel with regard to maritime security issues, he told Nikkei Asia. Colin Coe, a maritime scholar at Nanyang Technological University, wrote on X that it may irritate China, but I believe regional countries would see this latest bilateral Coast Guard partnership as a boost to the sea's peace and stability. China and the Philippines have been embroiled in a verbal spat since Marcos sent a message to congratulate China skeptic Lai Ching-te's election as Taiwan's next president earlier this month. Since then, they have agreed to improve maritime communications. Vietnam and the Philippines have a strategic partnership that was put in place in 2015 after the two countries decided to upgrade their formal diplomatic relations. The two countries also signed a 5-year rice trade pact, ensuring Vietnam's exports would keep rice supply in the Philippines stable during any crisis. An estimated 90% of imported rice in Philippine markets comes from Vietnam, the world's third-largest exporter of the staple. On the sidelines of the state visit, Marcos and his Manila delegation met with Vingroup owner of VinFast, an electric vehicle brand. The Vietnamese conglomerate expressed interest in investing in the Philippines. In a statement, VinFast said the conglomerate's investments into the Philippines this year will include creation of a network of electric car and motorcycle dealerships, as the company hopes to expand in 50 countries in 2024.